What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man X6 100%. Last time we picked up the blade armor, we completed that finally, and we put it to good use in Rainy Turtleoid stage. And we're going to continue putting that to use in Metal Shark Player stage and beyond. Metal Shark Player stage is one of the 3 remaining stages. Of those 3, it's probably the easiest. However, the other thing about the 3 remaining stages is that they're also the 3 hardest stages. So this one is really just easiest of the hard. And most of the difficulty here comes from the compactor occasionally coming down from the ceiling. On this first leg of the level, it's not going to be too bad, because you can use the ride armor to act as a jammer. You can actually get it to jam the compactor. You don't have that available to you for the next 3 sections of the level, which is where this gets really tough anyway, because we're gonna have reploids to rescue all along the way from here on out until the end of the level in these compactor sections. And we also have nightmares to deal with once again. And this level is incredibly devious in the way it introduces the nightmares. It's really, really easy for you to get a reploid infected if you're not making very slow, careful progress. And the reason for that is you can see that you have to move at a certain pace through this. You can't just dash the whole way through, otherwise you get crushed. So you have to wait for it to come back up. Meanwhile, while you're waiting for it to come back up, nightmares are drifting towards those reploids who are in danger. So the easiest way you can get a reploid infected here is you can go too far to the left of the screen. You can trigger a nightmare in range in a line of sight of a reploid, and meanwhile you'll have the compactor block you from saving the reploid from the nightmare. Which is why I'm gonna just barely inch up to reveal the nightmare but not the reploid, and slowly take them out that way. If I'm very, very careful in this section, I will not lose a reploid, and I will not have to reload the save. That would suck. Okay. There's not another nightmare before I can rescue him. There is one. I think there are 2 more in a row. 2 more nightmares. So I have to be careful not to rush ahead. There's the first one. He'll come right towards me. And then there's also another one to be careful of, who is... Don't move too far up. That one, I think. No, there's actually 3. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't try to dash through that part. 4, shit. My memory is failing me. Yeah, you see, if I had gotten stuck with the compactor down while the nightmare drifted towards that reploid, I would not have been able to save him in time. Oh god, it's such a bullshit trap, too. Oh. Gotta time this. Oh shit, I'm not gonna have time. I clung to the wall. Too long. 1 second. It's gonna take a moment to get back there. Now, actually, that'll work a lot better if I'm sliding down the wall. Yeah. Alright, now we're gonna take out Ground Scaravich's weapon. We're gonna destroy these 2 blocks, and we're gonna head to this stage's secret level instead of continuing on the main path. Because of course, as usual, we have reploids to rescue. And we also have a capsule down here. Actually, are there still reploids to rescue down here? I don't remember. Yep, there's one. Alright, so we'll handle these 3. Take their souls so they don't respawn, and... Now, You want to jump out as far from the ledge as possible before you start the Blade Armor's mock dash up. And now from this armor capsule, we will receive... Which part is this? This is the helmet part. We will receive the helmet part for the Shadow Armor, which, when the armor is complete, that's going to give us faster beam saber swings. Now, I'm not going to bother with the ride armor here, because it's mostly just going to get in my way for this upcoming... Where are they? There's a couple blocks coming up in a second that the ride armor just gets in the way for. Am I wrong about this? I'm not misremembering this, right? The blocks are coming, like, right? Like winter, the blocks are coming? No? Okay, I guess not. Guess I'm remembering something. Oh, there they are. Late to the party as usual. I'm really happy I get those blocks instead of the other stage effect that can affect this level, which is coatings of ice everywhere. That makes an already slightly nerve-wracking stage. No pun intended, but it makes it nightmarish. Alright. I don't think there are any reploids I can lose here except at the very end, depending on how my luck goes. Oh, shit. Shit. Alright, let's try this again. I'm 0 for 2 with the compactor. Alright, now, as I was saying, I can lose a reploid. Oh shit, the timing's bad. I'm gonna lose a reploid. Unless... Is this gonna work? Because the crusher is coming down, I don't have enough time to get to that side of the screen. Oh my god, it worked! Oh, yes! Oh my god, I cannot believe that worked! Seriously, you have no idea how happy I am that that reploid is safe and sound. Because admittedly, my last save file is from like 4 bosses ago. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, let's beat up Dynamo. See you guys in a second. Yes! Alright, now instead of going towards the secret area this time, we are heading towards this portal. It's a little bit confusing because that portal is the same one that normally leads you to a secret area. However, this is just teleporting you onwards to continue the level because they couldn't be bothered connecting the level in a cohesive way, so they just teleport you here. I want to say that it's not lazy level design, that has something that's probably, the teleporter is probably in place due to a technical limitation, like something to do with running into memory limits, so they had to load a different level here. I don't know. Oh, I'm still like, I'm nervous about going through here, actually. I'm still a little shaky with adrenaline from that fucking super clutch save. Oh man, I'm so happy that the charged up version of Meteor Rain goes through walls. There was no way I was saving that reploid otherwise. That is so good. If ever I make a highlight reel, that's going in. Oh, I'm so up my own ass about that too. I don't care, I'm gonna just bask in it. Oh, damn. Alright, I don't think there's anything left in the stage that can screw me. I might die in a really dumb way to the compactor again. That's about all that can happen. I don't think I can get screwed on a reploid and... yeah. I should be fine. Although, traditionally when I have claimed that everything is gonna be fine, that's when things become the least fine. Oh, that's a ooh. I could have sworn that was gonna be a compactor death. Oh, wait. Alright. Things are looking up for old Dave. Save all the reploids, do all the things, survive all of the hairy-ass situations. Oh, yes! Yes, we can. This mini boss looks like something, and I can't figure out what. Aside from a really dopey, angry pink face. So in order to defeat the mini-boss, you have to, whenever he drops these 6 cannons out, you just have to attack the pink one. The one with the pink gem. And it will drop like a sack of bricks, especially if you're using the Yamark option, which is really, really good if you haven't realized that by now. The Yamark option is the best weapon in the game, although gotta give props to good old Meteor Rain. Meteor Rain saved my ass, and in the next boss level, boy is Meteor Rain gonna get some usage. But before we move on to the next stage, we have to go through Metal Shark Player. Metal Shark Player is a pretty cool fight. He's not one of the harder bosses in the game. Actually, for his stage being one of the harder stages, the boss himself is probably one of the easier bosses, with the exception of his desperation attack. But then again, you could say that for almost every single boss in the game. They get way harder when they hit 1/3 of their health remaining. Most of them have pretty difficult desperation attacks to handle. Mostly, though, Sharky here will just kind of do this diving headbutt. He'll surf around in the water beneath you, he'll throw the anchor, which is kind of hard to avoid. This is his desperation attack. He will summon reploids, or Mavericks, from previous games. I think here he just does Magnus Centipede from X2. He will also, when you do the refight, he'll also summon Sting Chameleon and Blast Hornet. And his name, Metal Shark Player, is a mistranslation or a bad localization. They kind of go hand in hand, actually. His name is supposed to be Metal Shark Prayer, which is supposed to be a pun on the fact that he resurrects previous bosses. But that's the least of the localization issues that you'll encounter in this game. I've kind of been skipping through a lot of the really juicy shit dialogue. There is some stuff coming up with Sigma, though, that I will savor every ridiculous, horrible detail of Sigma's dialogue. Oh, it's pretty bad. Alright, we now have 2 bosses remaining. Metal Shark Player's out of the way. We are going to now be heading towards Blaze Heatnix. And again, taking the blade armor, because the blade armor opens up tons and tons and tons of possibilities. And in fact, it's going to be the only way we have access to some of the collectibles, the reploids, the secret stage in Blaze Heatnix's level. Actually, that's completely wrong, because the order that we were tackling the bosses in, we just got done completing Metal Shark Player, so we have spawned silver blocks in this stage, which will actually let us access all of the collectibles, so we would normally not be able to access without the blade armor. Also, the stage music for this stage is the best theme in the whole game, not including the recycled X5 track from the Zero fight. God damn, just listen to that. That's radical. Alright. Kind of at the mercy of luck with this. There's probably... I mean, it might be a little bit quicker to just shoot them with the X-Buster. Actually, the Saber does a ton of damage. It might be quicker to use a different weapon. I prefer using charged up Meteor Rain. It's a little bit random, though. These silver blocks mostly act as an impediment. They'll fly up and down at a set interval. There is one particular silver block, though, which is actually a huge help in accessing the armor capsule, the heart, I want to say, and the secret area. But we don't need to use it since we have the blade armor coming in here. Also, those silver blocks can be destroyed with the weapon that we just got from Metal Shark Player. Which we'll need to do... Whoopsie daisy. Didn't mean to do that. Then again, it's kind of a good thing I died. To put a positive spin on that. Because it gives me all of my weapon energy back. And more importantly, it charges my Giga Attack again. And the Giga Attack is a big deal when dealing with that recurring mini-boss we fought. Alright, wait for the Gouts of Flame. And... oh shit, I hit an opening. Oh. Don't let him die, just Mach Dash through the Gouts of Flame. Like threading a needle. Be a cool guy. Alright, open up with the blade attack. That did shit for damage. I really don't love the Giga Attack for the blade armor. I really prefer the Falcon Armor's Giga Attack. Because the Falcon Armor's Giga Attack, on top of doing tons of damage, it hits everything on screen. Okay, please finish this. Nah. Just need some good, solid hits on those green glowing cores. There's one. Can we finish this? It's always a pain in the ass, no matter which time you fight this mini-boss. It's always a pain in the ass to hit exactly one of those weak points. And it's always a different weak point. That one is the top right. Alright, so... if you don't have the blade armor, you'll have to hitch a ride on that silver block, the mercury block. But, since we have the blade armor, we can just do that. Jump off the wall, air dash upward. Alright, here we're gonna have to destroy this block. Oh shit! I was scrolling through them too fast. Alright, so it takes a couple of the anchors to destroy a block. We'll have plenty of weapon energy left over to destroy all of the ones in our way, though. So it's not a problem. Alright, and we now have the shadow, the buster part for the shadow armor. What that's going to allow us to do when we complete the shadow armor set is it's going to allow us to charge up the Z-Saber. As you can see, the shadow armor is pretty heavily focused around the Z-Saber, which consequently makes it my least favorite armor set. Because I'm not a big fan of X's version of the Z-Saber. Sometimes it comes in handy. It's more about utility, though. And we now have 3 out of the 4 shadow armor pieces. The only one remaining is the one in Blizzard Wolfang stage, the final investigator. Alright, so in this secret stage, there's not really much going on. There's a couple Gouts of Flame. There's just that one Reploid to rescue, and I think there it is, there's another E-Tank. That's it. There's also this little shaft going up here. Kind of reminds me of the shaft in Flame Stag stage, except if you rotated it 90 degrees. Or the Jets of Flame. Anyway, we have another Dynamo fight, so we'll be skipping over that, and I will see you in just a second. Alright. So we have two pathways we can choose from here. We can go the lower path or the upper path. Eventually, I'm going to have to show both pathways off, because they both contain exactly one reploid. So that necessitates 3 different passes through this level in order to collect all 16 reploids here. Also, after I finished off Dynamo, I switched over to the regular Falcon armor, since I no longer need the blade armor for this stage. You can see the Giga attack messes this boss up. Now all that's left to do is finish him with the meteor rain. The version of this fight changes very, very slightly depending on whether or not you take the upper or the lower path. You'll see the upper path version of this fight. It involves a lot more of the boss hopping around instead of kind of staying on even flat ground, or rather, I guess, even inclined ground. Now is the last time we are going to have to fight this. No, it's not. Now is the last time we are going to have to fight this mini-boss. For now. Before we go back for that one missing reploid in the upper path. Once again, the Giga attack does great work here. Meteor Rain, not too shabby either. Make sure he doesn't get infected. If this winds up taking too long, I might just kill myself so I can get another Giga attack. Because the Meteor Rain, useful as it is, can be quite random. So we'll see. We'll see whether or not this boss feels like getting hit in the lower right corner. Oh shit, I was in charge. Yeah, suicide. Because, watch, you'll see how much faster this goes with a Giga attack. I think the Giga attack should take out something like 3/4 of his health in the first attack. Do your dopey anime. This mini-boss has more health than, like, every investigator we've fought so far put together. Yep, about 3/4 of his health. Now we just have to clean up with Meteor Rain. Up. Yeah. Really, I just set myself back to square one. I still have almost the exact same amount of health to deal with. I just got luckier that time. Oh, that doorway is the exit from the upper pathway. You know, I don't think this continues on infinitely. I wonder what happens if you let the boss reach the ceiling. Do you just get consumed by the instant death purple nightmare magma? By the way, we missed the explanation from Aaliyah. The reason that the magma is purple is because of the nightmare virus, which is nonsensical. Also, I totally forgot there's yet another fight. I completely forgot this version of the fight even existed. This will go flat quickly enough, though. I'll make it rain. I'll make it rain on this mechanaloid. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue. I'll make it rain on these mecha hoes. Come on, one more. The trade-off for the really nice Giga attack with the Falcon armor is that you once again have to go back to using the shitty, puny little charged Buster Shot. It's the only reason I like the blade armor significantly more than the Falcon armor. The blade armor has such a better standard charged shot. And now we come to another really, really cool boss fight. In a litany of cool boss fights, that is Mega Man X6. Not as cool of a voice, though. So the gimmick of this fight is that at any given point in this fight, you're only fighting from, with half of the screen being usable. Either the lower or the upper half of the screen is always going to be engulfed in purple fire, which you can see severely restricts your mobility. When he's attacking you and you're standing on the upper half of the screen on these, when you're standing on the platforms, his moveset is really, really easy to deal with. Once he gets down here, it becomes quite a bit harder, because you have to jump over his attacks down here, and he's almost dead, actually. Ah, shit, I tried to cling to the side. Wow, that fight went really, really quickly. I remember this always taking me a lot longer. He didn't get to show off one little attack, which is where he's at the bottom of the screen, and he can shoot either high or low attacks, like tiger shots. Yeah, you can shoot them high or low. If he shoots them low, all you have to do is duck under them. If he shoots them high, then you have a real situation on your hands, because you have to jump over them, which is hard to do with half of the screen cut off by lava and the 3 floating platforms. Anyway, that's gonna do it for now. Next episode, we will pick up with the final investigator. We will pick up with Blizzard Wolfang. And then we will clean up the reploids and head into Gate's secret laboratory. Until then, thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.